So I'll lead you in with a little fermata, and on me we can...
You ready there, man?
Yeah, I'm already filming.
Terrific.
Let's do this.
Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm ringing to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty, just holding your hand. Oh, my way, and a thousand violins begin to play. It might be the sound of your love, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but that's just what I want you to do. This I hopelessly lost. That's what I follow.
We'll sign it. Sweet. And you guys are, is it like through the conservatory?
All right, so I'm here with
Allie Bean.
Allie Bean, and I hear that apparently your guys' music program is under threat. Care to explain a little bit more about how this state of affairs came to be and what you guys are trying to do to stop it?
Yeah, the Ministry of Advanced Education has imposed funding cuts on colleges across the province, and they're trying to cut $1.3 million from the budget province-wide. And that has left Camosun College with the burden of having to make really tough decisions on what programs to axe and what programs to keep. So far, they're talking about the program that is on the chopping block is ours, and early childhood development, and there was one more, computer science, something about computer science. And we're just here trying to stop them from removing our program, because the program at Camosun is very important to some people who have nowhere else to go to get the education that they need.
Tell us a little bit more about the program itself. Like, I overheard that apparently it's unique in terms of British Columbia. So how is it unique compared to other music programs?
It's unique in the sense that it is a small program. It's not a big university rigid program where there's intense competition just to get in. It's the only program in the province that offers any certificates and diplomas necessary if you want to become a music therapist, for example.
Okay.
The small size of the program helps in creating a sense of community, and that is often necessary in the creation of music. It's a big part of music. It's communication. This is how we understand one another and how we frame our time and frame history. So we require that smallness, at least at the start, for a lot of us who just aren't ready for a big, rigid university environment.
I understand. Sorry, I don't mean to pry, but I can see that you're about to. I can see that you're about to. You're getting a little emotional about this. I'm assuming that you have some personal attachment to this. Why not tell our viewers a little bit about your personal story as to how this has helped you, so this way we can understand about how important this is to everyone.
Yeah, well, for me, I got into the program. I've been in it for 3 years. Next year will be my 4th year, finishing that 2-year program. I started at a time where I needed community. I needed people who would encourage me rather than being a small fish in a big pond. It was necessary for me to be a fish in a proportionally sized pond in order to be able to really have the confidence and gain the confidence to learn what I know and to let myself know it and demonstrate it. So that's kind of how the program has helped me. And it's the VCM Camosun partnership is the only place that offers a jazz program on the South Island. And it's the only college here on the island that offers that. UVic offers classical program only. They do not offer a jazz program. So for me, I'm a jazz person. I'm not a classical musician these days. So it became really necessary for me to have that kind of. It was the perfect environment for me. It's small, and I can learn what I want to learn, and become confident at it.
All right. Well, thanks a bunch. And like I said, this will be online in short order. And to all of my standard YouTube viewers, go to the Facebook page posted in the description below, and try to like it and do everything you can to try to help save this one program. With all the cuts going on elsewhere in the world, if we can perhaps save one program, we've at least maybe made a small difference.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm here with.
Bethany,
and so tell us, what does this music program mean to you, and why is it so important?
Well, for me, I am studying to become a music therapist using classical voice. So, first of all, compared to the UVic course, we actually get more practice time with our instructors. I get an hour to an hour and a half with my music teacher each week, which allows me to gain my voice, learn the technique that I need in order to be a classical singer, which is imperative when I have to sing in both German and French and Italian, and there is no way you can learn this without the personal touch of having an instructor. On top of that, as a music therapist, the Camosun program is one of the few programs, actually it is the only 2-year program in British Columbia that will allow me to transfer to, for instance, Capilano University to become a Bachelor of Music Therapy. UVic does not have all of the courses I need because I need both psychology and the music courses such as musicianship, music theory, music history, whereas UVic, because it is a 4-year program, it is some of the programs that I would have to take would be at the 4th year instead of just taking it in 2 years.
Okay. So just out of curiosity, what inspired you? What got you into this particular program in the first place? I mean, like, what inspired you to become a music therapist?
Music therapy I actually became interested in partially through this program. At first I had just wanted to become a singing teacher myself, but the music therapy program inside of the Victoria Conservatory of Music, witnessing firsthand what the abilities and what the effects music therapy had on the people in my own community was just so amazing that I just had to do it myself.
Perfect. Well, thanks again. And
Of course.
yeah, thanks again. Rolling. So, just out of curiosity, so I'm here with
Leaf Bradshaw is my name.
Okay,
just to let you know.
so Leaf, you were the guy at the piano in the just a few minutes ago. Just out of curiosity, what sort of genre of music are you into, and how did you get into this music program?
Well, honestly, I can't really say that I have an absolute favorite genre as a whole. It depends on what I do as a performer. Now, as a singer, I especially love doing jazz. When it comes to dancing, I especially love doing Broadway. When it comes to production, I especially like doing electronica. When it comes to orchestrating, I'm all about full-on classical orchestral pieces. But jazz is definitely a really big passion of mine right now because I'm currently taking the class and I'm expanding my horizons as a jazz singer.
Oh, sweet. So, just out of curiosity, how did you get into this particular music program? Like, what drew you to it, and how did it become particularly important for you?
Well, originally it was because I wanted to get a proper music education, and I wanted to find out if there was anything that was really promising and anything specific I could choose for the first year of studies at the University of Victoria. But then I found out after I failed the audition, because my classical training is not exactly up to snuff as a singer compared to most of the others around here, I looked into what Camosun offered, and it turns out they had something called a diploma in jazz studies, and I remember thinking, well, I've always wanted to get an excuse to be educated in the world of jazz, so I thought, why not take it? Because from what I heard, it was a completely unusual type of education program in music, even for this entire country, apparently. So it sounded like a really exciting opportunity, and I quickly got myself prepared for it, and here I am, finishing up my first year of it.
Sweet. Well, with any luck, hopefully you'll be able to. Hopefully be able to save the program and be able to continue your second year.
Oh, for sure. Well, to be fair, even if it were cut this summer, those who are starting in year one would still be able to take classes for year two. But as a whole, we are going to have a lot of people who will be forced to look elsewhere somehow for music education, and I am not that selfish. I may be a performer and I may have a big ego, but that doesn't mean I care about other people, you know?
All right, yeah. All right, well, thanks again for coming in, and like I said, rest assured, they'll definitely love hearing your story.
I hope so.
So you were telling me off camera that the people who were applying for the foundations first year of this program are not going to be able to take the second year, what have you. What's going on with this?
So the Ministry of Advanced Education, they're cutting their funds again, and Camosun, they have less money, and of course they have to cut courses, and our music programs are first to go. And so, beginning of this month, April, the people who have applied for foundations years and the diploma program, so first year, they got a letter saying that their program may be terminated will not exist for September. And Camosun said that they would call us and say what's up, but we decided to take action because pretty much our school will close if we don't do anything, because they will close the jazz diploma, classical diploma, and foundations year. And that's a lot of students that have nowhere to go.
Just out of curiosity, what is I should probably grab your name for the interview anyway.
Yeah, my name's Hannah.
So Hannah, what drew you to the music program, and so what drew you to the music program initially, and what inspires you out of it?
Well,
how is it important to you, basically?
I started music in elementary school, and start middle school, started an instrument, went through a whole pile of different instruments throughout middle school, started high school with my teacher told me to play trombone, which is what I'm majoring in right now, in jazz trombone. And so majoring in jazz trombone right now, and music was the only thing I was good at in high school. And like I always won awards and stuff, and I wasn't good at anything else really, and so I just stuck with it. I was in jazz bands and concert bands, and I was in an R&B band for 3 years. We went to New York actually, and we had some clinics with teachers from Berkeley College of Music, really prestigious school that costs a lot, and they said that, you know, I'm good enough to go there, which is something because I have no confidence. But then I found out that, you know, VCM was a thing because my friend was taking foundations here, so I went to one of her local jazz shows, and because they wanted a trombone for the back of one of their songs, and then the head of the jazz department at the time, he walked up to me and said, "Hey, you're really good, you should come to the school." And so we stayed in contact, and he believed that I can get into the diploma program, but I didn't have theory down. I took a year off school, and then I talked to the person who's in charge of all the courses, and she said foundations here would be good. So I brushed up on my theory, practiced, got lessons, and here I am.
Okay, well, cool. Well, so I take it as well you're one of the organizers of this attempt to save the program.
Well, it's a group effort, really.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. Just a couple of us. Well, this event particularly, I'm like, I'll just contact everyone. We had like 20 emails, and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna do this. We planned this in less than 48 hours.
Well, that's congratulations. That actually shows organizing spirit.
Yeah, that was really fun. And it's actually pretty successful right now.
All right, cool. Actually, so yeah, I will. Well, anyway, like I said, thanks again for telling us, and like I said, rest assured, the viewers will definitely be loving to hear this interview along with the others.
Yeah, that's a long ramble, but yes, thank you.
All right, thanks. Okay, now I'm rolling.
So this is the petition to save the music program at Camosun College.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
What exactly happened to this guy?
Oh, I see. They don't actually know.
Well, exactly.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's bigger.
That our love is ending. Darling, I need you. Lately I find you're out of my heart, out of my mind. Let our love take wing.
It's kind of funny. You were willing to sign the Walter says that as a we sign any petitions for especially for
you're returning.
That's just like, don't get me wrong, I just found it interesting.
My personal email though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I
But as an employee, I'm fine with it.
So I pressed something and it turned into an order.
It's like, you know, it's like why can't an employee talk to their employers about, like, you know, if they don't like a particular thing their employer's doing, they can call their employer on it and say, it's probably not a good idea, you know.
That happens. Exactly, and I feel that you guys have got a good system.
Well, anyway, so don't mind me. I'm actually media right now, so I may have gotten your small interview on the camera, by the way. So if you don't mind, is it okay if I play your voiceover? It's like I said, it's just a. Okay, I'll cut out.
I didn't know you were filming.
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't filming you. I may have gotten your voiceover, but I was filming the music while we were talking in the background. So that's why I said if I got your voiceover, is it okay if I post that?
I have a baby grand piano, the little brothers.
Well,
Henry,
no!
I just watched
If I can't
that.
hear your voice, I'll cut it out.
Thank you. I
Just polished it.
No problem.
Now there's fingerprints on it, and it says.
Small problem, I inadvertently got you in the shot we're currently recording right now, so if you want, I'll cut this section out.
Whoops. Didn't mean to stand in your shot.
No, it's all right. It's just I know that she said she didn't want to be on the camera, so that's why I'm going to cut her out.
Fair enough. Sometimes cameras are weird for
There's a place that I know where the sycamore grows and daffodils have their fun. All the cares of the day seem to slowly fade away in the warmth of the evening sun. No need to worry none.
What was that?
Oh, just you hit a... Sometimes if you get too close, the buttons are kind of sensitive.
Yeah, watch out for the button. You probably don't.
So it's like the harpsichord doesn't stick?
Get it set to
You guys have a moment?
Yeah.
One moment to sign our petition, save
Get you on your
music
way
program.
back from your exam.
Thank you. We really appreciate your willingness to sign our petition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get you to help me by squeezing things out. We have the jazz for a moment.
All right. I suppose I can cut it here. Okay, so I'm here with John Morris, the VP Academic of Camosun College. So just out of curiosity, what's actually been going on with these budget cuts, etc.? Like what's been happening to you guys, and what are your feelings about this of the Ministry of Advanced what the Ministry of Advanced Education has done?
Well, really, what I can identify is that we're right now just in a process of looking at alternatives and trying to find a way to do the best we can with the resources we have. And as we do that, we've identified some possible reductions, and right now people, including the conservatory, are coming forward with alternatives to them. So we'll be looking at those in the coming week, and we'll be letting people know as soon as we can after that what final decisions are.
Just out of curiosity, assuming speaking for yourself and for what the rest of the board that you've seen from private conversations, what are your guys' personal opinion concerning the policies of the Ministry of Advanced Education right now as educators in the field?
Now that's something I really can't talk about.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. It's our challenge is as public servants is to do our best with the resources we have and to be as transparent and as public as we can about the processes we're going through. So that's what we're trying to do.
All right, well, thanks a bunch, and like I said, this will be on the video according with everything else.
You take care.